Hi everyone, delonewolf here, and welcome to Hearthstone. And the grand tournament has been released, so it's time to spend some gold. As you can see, I have 5,000 gold saved up here. And this is just from doing the daily quests, so most of you guys will already know this, but I'm a 100% free-to-play player of Hearthstone. I don't really care that much about ranking and all of that, so I usually just do my daily quests to get the gold. Now and then I play an arena, but it's not like that's going to have an actual effect. I actually think it's a little bit of a gold sink for me, because there's maybe 1 or 2 arenas where I made a net profit in gold, even with the 150 that I spent. But generally I do lose on playing arena, so I don't do that very often. And now and then I play a little bit of extra Hearthstone, but it's not like I'm going all out for ranked or anything like that. So yeah, the daily quest is where I get my gold and my fun from, and as you can see, it does still work decently well. 5,000 gold is going to be 50 card packs, which is the equivalent of a pre-purchase of the entire expansion, so an equivalent of 45 euros. Not bad, I think, for just playing a game that I actually enjoy a little bit every day, or almost every day. So let's get to the shop, and grand tournament cards is what I want, of course. Let's double click on this and we will buy 50 card packs. And there they are. Buy, and the purchase has been completed. All my gold is gone, but look at all of those juicy packs of the grand tournament. So what I'm expecting from this is 250, but there's more than 100 new cards, including a lot of legendaries. So I actually think I'll be very much behind on owning all of them. Still, let's get started, I guess. Let's take a look at what we have.
Eye-popping sideshows and the mightiest combat you've ever encountered.
Well, let's see what we get here. First card, Warhorse Trainer. Ooh, that's not bad for the Paladin at all. Next card, Bear Trap. After your hero is attacked, summon a 3/3 bear with taunt. Okay. And then Argent Horse Rider, Charge and Divine Shield 2/1. Could have some uses as removal, but I don't really know. Here we've got Brave Archer Inspire. If your hand is empty, deal 2 damage to the enemy hero for Hunter. And that looks a little bit like what you want to do on a Rush Hunter, so interesting. And then our rare here is Sparring Partner 2, drop 3/2, Taunt Battlecry, give a minion taunt for the warrior. Okay, interesting. Definitely like the Warhorse Trainer for the current decks that I have that could be useful. Alright, let's get on to the next one. And that's an interesting animation. Living Roots, choose 1, deal 2 damage or summon 2 1/1 saplings for the druid. Well, some cheap removal spell could be interesting. King's Defender for the warrior, Battlecry. If you have a minion with taunt, gain +1 durability. A taunt warrior weapon. Interesting, another Living Root, so that's 2 Living Roots already. Let's hope I don't see it too often. Bolster for the warrior, give your taunt minions 2/2. Yeah, really going for like a taunt-centric warrior. Could be something for me to try. And then Seal of Champions, give a minion +3 attack and Divine Shield. That's quite interesting for removal here as well. Yeah, okay, interesting cards here. Some of them I had not even read about on Reddit or anything like that. All classes, Refreshment Vendor, Battlecry, restore 4 health to each hero. So they're just getting a 3/5 on the board and delaying the game a little bit. So to stop those face hunters, that could actually be a useful card. Flame Lance, deal 8 damage to a minion. So that's some very nice mage removal against some legendaries like Ragnaros, stuff like that. Then a rare here, Power Shot, deal 2 damage to a minion and the minion next to it for the hunter. Okay, that's decent removal. Gvaldir Raider, Inspire, gain 2/2 for all classes. That actually, in a delayed game, this could be really strong if you have board control. And then the second Bear Trap. Alright. Next card pack here. Let's take a look at that. Oh, I'm a little bit stuck on the animation. Don't tell me that alright. I thought for a second there that we had crashed. Living Roots, first triple. That's not looking too good. Demon Fuse. Give a demon 3/3 Give your opponent a mana crystal. I've seen it used already in a few games against me. Effigy for the mage. When a friendly minion dies, summon a random minion with the same cost. Pretty damn strong to get board presence here. Yeah, that's an interesting secret. Then we have another Warhorse Trainer for the Paladin. I actually like that in my current deck build already, so that's going to help me. And then here, Tuskar Totemic Battlecry, summon any random totem. Honestly, totems and shamans have become potentially, I think, an interesting combination. And next card pack, a rare here, another Sparring Partner, putting me at 3. Totem Golem Overload 1, a 3/4. And that's considered a totem, I think, so interesting. Spell Slinger, add a random spell to each player's hand. Alright, double-edged sword, but maybe if something that you do like at if you have no more options. Again, another Brave Archer, so could be interesting to go for a Face Hunter. And Beneath the Ground, shuffle 3 ambushes. In your opponent's deck, when drawn, you summon a 4/4 Nerubian for the Rogue. 3, so 1 chance in 10 at the very start. That's sort of interesting. That is sort of interesting. Not something I had expected. Interesting rogue card there. A rare Lights Champion Battlecry, silence a demon. That's very specific. Then Shaman Ancestral Knowledge, draw 2 cards, overload 2. Alright, some card draw there. Demon Fuse, that's my second one. Muklas Champion. A monkey on a hippopotamus. Interesting. Inspire, give your other minions +1/1. A beast for all classes. Honestly, that's interesting again here. Give your other minions 1/1 when you use your class power. That's quite interesting. And then Battlecry, deal 4 damage. North Sea Kraken, big 9 drop. Alright, pretty interesting stuff here again. Well, we still have a lot of cards packs to go. Let's see what we got next here. Frigid Snowball, spell damage +1, 2/6 for all classes. Interesting 6 life here. Silent Knight, Stealth and Divine Shield for all classes as well. That's interesting for the Paladin. I think it's not the Divine Shield. It's potentially good removal, so good board control. Interesting one. Holy Champion for the Priest. Whenever a character is healed, gain 2 attack. A 3/5 for 5 that gains 2 attack whenever any character is healed. Alright. Potentially quite powerful. Armored Warhorse Battlecry, reveal a minion in each deck. If your costs more, gain charge. I've seen that used in like the Hunter preview. And well, it's a double-edged sword, you know, 5 attack, not bad for 4, but you gotta be a bit lucky. And then another Holy Champion for the Priest. Okay. Interesting cards here so far. What's next here? Flash Heal, restore 5 health for the Priests. Whoa, for only 1 mana. That's interesting. That's quite a lot of value. Ball of Spiders for the Hunter, summon 3 1/1 web spinners. It does cost 6, but potentially that's another 3 beasts for you. The Rogue here, Buccaneer, whenever you equip a weapon, give it +1 attack. Okay. And then here we've got Jouster, the Gadgets and Jouster, reveal for Battlecry, reveal a minion in each deck. If your costs more, gain 1/1. Well, that's, I think, potentially a decent 1-drop. You need to still be lucky, but getting a 2/3 out as a 1 for 1 mana is not bad. And then another Bear Trap. Unfortunately, that's already meaning a little bit of dust. And next card pack. Let's hope for something good here. A rare Burgle for the Rogue. Add 2 random class cards to your hand from your opponent's class. Alright. A little bit like what the Mage has. Dragonhawk Rider, inspire, gain Wind Fury this turn for only 1 turn. But, okay, interesting one again. Refreshment Vendor, we've seen that, good for delay. Fearsome Doomguard, I've had that used against me. 6/8 Demon for the Warlock. That's not bad, especially combined with the demon that summons a random one from your hand. So that can really be really powerful. 6/8, that's really nice. And then Tiny Knight of Evil, whenever you discard You discard a card, gain +1/+1. Now that's for a very specific gameplay. It's a demon, at least, but that is maybe something to drop when you're really at the end of your rope or something, because of more delayed games. It's possible. Card pack number 10. What do we have here? Dalaran Aspirant. Inspire, gain spell damage +1 for the mage. Oh my god, that could ramp up if you can keep that alive. That's interesting. And another Epic Mulk for the druid. Destroy a minion, add a random minion to your opponent's hand. Double-edged sword, a little bit of, well, if you need that board control or you need to get rid of something, this can be interesting. Honestly, just destroy a minion is pretty powerful. Another Silent Knight, that's okay, pretty cool. Lance Carrier, Battlecry, give a friendly minion +2 attack. So it's a Battlecry, you drop it. It can actually be decent to drop first there. And another Demon Fuse, so that's already another triple. We've had a few, but not that many, I don't think. So another Mu-class champion, which I do like, personally. Next up, we've got Bolster for the warrior. Give your taunt minions +2/+2. Not sure if I had that already, but interesting. And Bear Trap, that seems to be a very common card. Epic Argent, Watchman can't attack. Inspire, gain attack as normal this turn. Oh, okay, well, it's a 2/4 for a 2-drop. You can again taunt that. You could silence it if you want to actually use it, or you can combine that with Inspire. For all classes, honestly, not that bad. Power Word Glory for the priest. Choose a minion. Whenever it attacks, restore 4 health to your hero. Is that only once or something? Possibly good for a delay deck, but not sure. If it's only once, it becomes a problem. It's only 1 mana as well, so I don't think it's like a buff or something. Demon Fuse, ouch. Evil Heckler, taunt 5/4 for all classes for 4. Honestly, a 5/4 for 4 with taunt for all classes, that's not bad. A golden rare, injured Gvaldir, Battlecry, deal damage to this minion. So that's a 1-drop for the priest, obviously. You want to be able to heal that, but that's, yeah, that's not bad. Ogrimmar Aspirant, Inspire, give your weapon +1 attack for the warrior. And then we've got Polymorph Boar, that's actually one that we've seen as well in the preview, which I personally don't think is that good. Clockwork Knight, Battlecry, give a friendly mech 5/5. Okay, Clockwork Knight, I definitely like how it looks, awesome, and I've got a few mech decks running, so could be a good addition. Another Bear Trap, ouch. Lowly Squire, gain 1 attack on his Spire, we've definitely seen that again. Second Bolster, maybe a third, and then Argent Watchman also completing that. So, okay. Let's get on with the next one here. What have we got? Living Roots again, that's not really good. Northsea Kraken, completing that is okay. And then Shadow Fiend, whenever you draw a card, reduce its cost by 1. For the priest, as long, well, interesting, the Shadow Fiend here. Allowing a deck that costs more to potentially be a little bit easier to play. Alright, I actually like that one. Another Clockwork Knight, okay, for my mix. And then another injured Gvaldir, Battlecry, deal 3 damage to this minion. Potentially for the priest, very good 1-drop here again, giving you options. Alright, what is next here? Warhorse Trainer, we've got that, so that's a triple. And Darnassus Aspirant, Battlecry, gain an empty mana crystal. Alright. Death Rattle, lose a mana crystal. Alright, that's interesting, an interesting 2-drop. Pit Fighter for all classes, 5/6 for 5. Maiden of the Lake, your hero power costs 1. That's really nice as well, potentially for an Inspired deck. And then Gvaldir Raider, again completing the Gvaldir Raider set as well. What is next? Let's go, another Living Roots, god damn it, don't want to see that again. King's Elec, Battlecry, reveal a minion in each deck. If your costs more, draw it. Alright, for the Hunter, card draw, a 2-drop. Honestly, a 2-3 as well. That's not bad. That's not bad. Saboteur, all classes, Battlecry. Your opponent's hero power costs 5 more next turn. Okay, it's very specific against an Inspire deck, but that's okay. Ogrimmar Aspirant, we've had that before. And then we've got their Nessus Aspirant as well. Completing those, I think. On to the next deck. Tournament Attendee. 2-1 with Taunt for all classes. Well, you've got a 1-2 with Taunt for 1-drop, but honestly I don't think that I'll see that much used. Buccaneer for the Rogue. We've seen that, so that makes 2 of them. Tournament Medic. Inspire, restore 2 health to your hero. 4-drop for 1-8. That's something you want in your Priest deck, where you could double that to 16 and making it a 16/16 with just another 3 mana. Yeah, that's something you want in your Priest deck, I think. Argent, Horse Rider, Charge and Divine Shield. 2nd or 3rd, I'm not sure anymore. And then convert, put a copy of an enemy minion into your hand for the Priests. Okay, yeah, the Priests. Honestly, I can see some strong synergy with existing decks already for the Priest. Here we've got another rare Healing Wave for Shaman. Restore 7 health. Reveal a minion in each deck. If your costs more, restore 14 instead. Whoa, talk about being able to delay a Face Hunter. Healing Wave can definitely do that. Maiden of the Lake. So I think completing the set. Frigid Snowbolt as well. Flash Heal as well, I think. And then an epic Elemental Destruction for Shaman. Deal 45 damage to all minions. Overload 5. Well, if maybe you could use it at 3 mana and then get rid of a little bit of the extra overload for something you need to clear out, this could be an interesting clearing spell. Potentially, though, very costly. And next card back. Let's take a look here. Lance Carrier, I think 2nd, not sure. Argent Watchman, definitely a 3rd by now. Buccaneer, definitely a 3rd as well. King's Alex, 2nd, I think. And then Gvaldir Raider, a 3rd again. So that's gonna be a bit more dust, unfortunately. So after 20 card packs, we're definitely seeing a lot of 3rds now. Savage Combatant, Inspire, give your hero +2 attack this turn. For the Druid, okay, interesting. 5/4 for 4 as well, just like the Taunt. Interesting card here. Dragonhawk Rider, yeah, we've seen that before. That's a 3rd. Evil Heckler, that's a 2nd, and I do like this Taunt personally. And then we've got another King's Defender making a 3rd. Decent pack overall, I think. Next one, let's take a look here. Rare Armored Warhorse, I think that's my 2nd, so that's alright. That's a 3rd, unfortunately. Flash Heal, I think that's a 2nd. Oh, 2nd Fearsome Doom card. Okay, I like that. And then that's a 3rd again. Let's hope we don't see too many 3rds, because I'd like to get more of them. Pit Fighter, that's completing the set. That's a 3rd, that's a 3rd as well. And Draenei Totem Carver. Battlecry, gain 1/1 for each totem. That's potentially really good as well. So that's actually a lot of this. I'm gonna, instead of calling them 3rds or 3rds, I'm gonna start calling them dust. So let's take a look at the next one.
Golden Common.
Dust, or well, golden, I'll keep it. That's a 2nd. Fencing Coach, Battlecry. The next time your opponent... No, the next time you use your hero power, it costs 2 less. Battlecry. The next time... Oh, okay, so that gives you basically... You can drop that, and then you have a free hero power. Okay. Seal of Champion. Give a minion +3 attack and Divine Shield. Not bad for the Paladin. That's a 2nd. And Bone Guard Lieutenant. Inspire, gain +1 health. Not a bad card, I think. 2/3 for 4 mana can become a 3/3. There's options there. Bone Guard Lieutenant, interesting one. Next one, let's take a look here. That's a rare Knight of the Wild. Interesting. Whenever you summon a beast, reduce the cost of discard by 1. Okay. Beast Druid synergy there. Wrathguard for the Warlock. Whenever this minion takes damage, also deal that amount to your hero. Ooh, double-edged swords, but for the Rush Warlock, potentially really strong. That's some dust. Druid of the Saber. For Druid, choose one. Transform to gain charge or +1/+1 and stealth. A 2-drop that becomes 3/2 with stealth. That's not bad. And then we've got the Evil Heckler. That's some more dust. And how long have we been going? Oh, 20 minutes and we're about halfway there. Alright, it's gonna be a little bit of a longer video. What do we get here? Some dust. Armored Warhorse, I think that's dust by now. That's definitely dust. That's dust as well. And Spellslinger, add a random spell to each player. That could be completing the set. So it will speed up now though with all of the dust cards we get. Like this one, dust power will grow. Choose a minion whenever attacks, restore 4 health. That's completing the set. Holy Champion, whenever a character is healed, gain 2 attack. Completing the set, I think. Ball of Spiders, completing the set, and that is 1 dust. Wow. Next one. Argent Lands, battle for the Paladin. Battlecry, reveal a minion in each deck. If your costs more, gains 1 durability. That's some decent early remove. Some decent early removal here for the Paladin, actually. Although it's another weapon, so you gotta choose a little bit. You already have generally 4 weapons in the deck already. Completing the deck with Druid of the Saber. Worm Rest Agent, Battlecry. If you're holding a dragon, gain +1 attack and taunt for the Priest. A Dragon Priest, really. Seal of Champions, that's dust. And an epic Stable Master, Battlecry. Give a friendly beast immunity this turn for the Hunter. Alright, I don't like the stats on it, but giving it immunity can be interesting. So it's at least it's a different card, so that's good. Next one, Ogrimmar Aspirant. Give your weapon +1 attack for the warrior. I think that's dust by now. That's definitely dust. Then we've got Alexstrasza's Champion, Battlecry. If you're holding a dragon, gain +1 attack and charge for the warrior. Interesting. That's dust. Dalran Aspirants. I think that's completing the set of 2. Not entirely sure. On to the next one. What? Ah, finally. Completing the set. Gut Purse. Whenever this minion attacks a hero, add a coin to your hand. Now that could be pretty interesting for the rogue. I like that card, that's interesting. Shadowpan Rider. Combo, gain 3 attack for the rogue. A 5 gains 3 attack, that becomes a 6/7 for 5. Not bad, I'm seeing some nice rogue cards here. And unfortunately some more dust as well. Moving on to the next card pack. Let's see what we've got. Archers Charge Divine Shield, so that's dust. That's dust. Tiny Knight of Evil, that's a second, but honestly don't like that too much, and that's dust and bash. Deal 3 damage, gain 3 armor for the warrior. Alright, a 3 removal can actually be pretty decent. On to the next one. Dust, definitely dust. Summon any totem, could be completing the dust or could be deck. That's decent dust at least. And then our rare is Competitive Spirit, a secret for the Paladin. When your turn starts, give your minions +1/+1. All of them for just 1 mana. I mean, this is very situational, but potentially this is pretty damn strong. It's something that you keep in hand until you try to use it at the right time. Dust, an epic, another Stable Master. Completing the set. Convert, put a copy of an enemy minion in your hand. I think that's my second one as well. Pit Fighter, that's dust. And that is dust. Okay, moving on to the next one then. What have we got here? Dusts. Feast of Jaraxxus. When you play or discard this, deal 4 damage to a random enemy for the Warlock. Okay. So 4 removal basically. And it's random. Alright. Wyrmrest Agent. If you're holding a dragon, gain 1 attack and taunt. That's gonna be a second. An epic here, Beneath the Grounds for Rogue. Okay. I might want to try something with that, because that does look interesting, and I have 2 of them now. Captured Jormungandr, 5/9 for all classes, a beast, 7 drop. Pretty decent, 9 health, that's quite a lot. Dusts, and Fallen Hero. Your hero power deals 1 extra damage for the mage. That can be good, but the 3/2 stats are a problem. Silverhand Regent. Inspire, summon a 1/1 Silverhand recruit. For all classes. Oh, so you could actually become a bit of a paladin with this deck. And then another Dusty Bear Trap. Alright. A Flame Juggler. Deal 1 damage to a random enemy as battle cry for all classes. A 2/3 drop for 3. Definitely better than most other 2 drops as 2/3. So, okay. That's gonna be dust. That's gonna be dust. Then we've got Ball of Spiders, which is dust. And we do have our first legendary. It's for the rogue. Anubarak. Death Rattle. Return this to your hand and summon a 4/4 Nerubian. That's actually pretty powerful. It's late game, but that seems pretty powerful. So rogue. Interesting. Anubarak. My first legendary. Interesting one. Interesting one. I definitely am gonna have to look and build like a rogue deck. Here we've got more dust. Wrathguard. Whenever this minion takes damage, also deal. Yeah, that's dust as well. Dust as well. Dust and dust. Obviously, you pay the price of drawing a legendary with nothing but dust here. What's next? That's a second, so that's okay. That's dust, but it's a decent amount. Then we've got Ram Wrangler Battlecry. If you have a beast, summon a random beast for the hunter. In my beast deck, this has a place, because I do use a lot of beasts. So that's interesting. Ancestral Knowledge, that makes it 2, and that's, well, quite a decent amount of dust. 2 Fearsome Doomguard. Here we go. Lance Carrier. Could actually be a second, not sure anymore. Gadget Stand Jouster. Battlecry, reveal a minion if it costs gate. That's a second, I think. That's definitely dust by now. That is obviously dust. And then we've got Thunderbluff Valiant for the Shaman. Inspire, give your totems +2 attack. That stacks. That is after the totem you summon. This is an awesome card for Shamans. Next one, Dusting and Void Crusher. 5/4 for 6. Inspire, destroy a random minion for each player. So potentially, if you don't have any minions, this could be really cool. If it works then. But oh, uninspire. Alright. Void Crusher. Interesting one. Wild Walker. Give a friendly beast +3 health. So Beast Druid again. That's more dust, and that is more dust as well. Okay. Just keep opening those card packs. We got 10 more to go. Let's take a look at this. Saboteur. It's golden, so potentially that's just gonna be some dust. Dreadsteed. I haven't seen that before. Death Rattle. Summon a Deadsteed. A Dreadsteed. That is interesting. It's a 1/1. You need 4, but unless you can silence that, you just can't really get rid of that. There's interesting combinations here with the Dreadsteed. That's a decent amount of dust. Elemental Destruction, that makes it 2, and that is dust once again. Last 10 card packs here. Dalaran Aspirant, I think that's a second. That's obviously dust. That's obviously dust, which I don't want to see anymore. Living a Root, go away. Sparring Partner, Taunt Battlecry, give a minion Taunt for the Warrior. I think a second, not sure. That's a decent amount of dust. I'd rather see a 7 creature than that 1 drop again. Those roots. Dusts. Polymorph Boar. A second, but honestly not really that great. Dust and more dust. 8 out of the last 10 here. Let's see here. Tiny Knight of Evil, so that's again dust. That could be a second. Alright. Dusts. Flash Heal is dust, and Heckler is dust as well. Epic. Recruiter. Inspire adds a 2/2 squire to your hand. Okay. Interesting. I mean, the Heckler is only 4 mana, so honestly... Darnassus Aspirant, gain an empty mana crystal, Death Rattle, lose a mana crystal, that makes it 2 of those. That's more dust, that's definitely more dust. And Pit Fighter, I could turn those goldens into a decent amount of dust as well. So potentially I think there is another legendary in there just from the dust. All of this is dust again. Fencing Coach, your next use costs 2 less. I think that's my second, so that's okay. And oh, we do get another legendary. For the priest this time, Confessor Palatress, a 7-drop. 5/4, inspire, summon a random legendary minion. Oh my god. Okay, you can wait for like 9 or that. Really interesting one here. Potentially a double 9-drop legendary with this. Confessor Palatress. Another class legendary. So that's quite interesting. Priest. Right, that's dusts. That's dust. That's dusts. Dust again. And Totem Golem is my second one for Shaman, and I like this card, so that's good. That's actually good. What's next here? Bash, that's dusts. Holy Champion, whenever a character is healed, gain 2 attack. I think could be a second, or it's dust of course. That's dust by now, that's dust by now as well. And another Fist of Jaraxxus. I'm not sure. Cut Purse, that's the second one, so definitely need to look into building a rogue deck, I think. Evil Heckler. Dust, 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 dusts. Alright. 2 more to go, guys. We're almost there. 2 legendaries. I think that'll put me at the averages for 50 card packs. Silverhand Regent. Could be a second for all classes. Okay. That's a good amount of dust. Flame Juggler, that's a second as well. Demon Fuse, that's dust. And our rare is Burgle. Adds 2 random class cards from your opponent. Honestly, not bad. Honestly, not bad. If you can delay it a little bit, of course. Warhorse Trainer, an epic here called Mulch Again. Destroy. Alright, for the druid. To have 2 of those is quite okay. And that's more dusts. King's Elec, more dust, and a second Flame Lance. Alright, so yeah, there you go. Those were my 50 card packs. I did get 2 legendaries out of it. One for the priest. Interesting. I do like some of the priest combos. One for the rogue. I have a pretty bad rogue deck, I think, and so I may want to try and make a rogue deck out of it as well. Maybe I should quickly go to my collection. And let's just go for the crafting. I'll get rid of this so that I do have 1600. And let's get back to crafting. And now let's just quickly go over all of this and see if there's a lot of gaps left here. So we're not gonna just... Alright, not too many gaps in the druid. Here is the hunter. I should be able to see if there is something that still needs to be made, right? I hope. So... That is right, I hope. Or is this just showing me... Yeah, this is probably... Alright, here we go. I gotta start over again. Sorry about that. Because I was just looking at that. So, Astral Communion, gain 10 mana crystal, discard your hands. Oh, whoa, 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 what's that? So if you could drop these at 4, you're... Alright, a really interesting one. Really, I don't have Keeper of the Grove yet? That's bad. Dark Whisper. Oh my god, there's still a lot for me to work on. Ancient of War, I do have that, I think. No, I don't have Ancient of War, it's true. And then the Malorn. Alright, so my Druid deck has quite a few big gaps in it. Lock and Load, Snake Trap, Dread Scale. How long are we going here? 35 minutes. Alright, we'll just go through this, and then this should give you guys an idea of what it's like to be a free-to-play player. So here is some of the stuff that I don't have. Again, you know, all the class legendaries here. This is the Paladin. That should be decent, except Sword of Justice, which can be pretty important, but there are really good weapons out there already. You don't want too many weapons. Murloc Knight, I've seen that is potentially really powerful as well. But here we go. As you can see, still quite a bit of gaps in there as well. Here's my Priest deck then. I do have the Light Wells that I just made. Mind Games and this Mass Dispel. That's still somewhat okay, alright, except for the Prophet Valen. Honestly, the deck, the Priest seems quite okay. Combo, deal 1 damage. Undercity Valiant. Alright, well, not having Edwin Van Cleef could be really bad, but okay. That's looking alright as well, for the class cards at least. Then here we've got the Shaman, Foresight, Lava Burst. Alright, don't see that used too often. Earth Elemental, potentially really something I might want to have. Ancestor Skull, put a random minion from each player's hand into the battlefield. Alright, double-edged sword on that, and then legendaries that I don't have. Here are the Warlock, Speedlord, Demon Heart, Bane of Doom. Still missing Twisting Nether, but not stuff that you see used that often. Shield Slam, yeah, pretty important one actually. Then that's a new one as well. The warrior gaps, I mean, for the legendary warriors, obviously I'm not gonna get there. And then here we've got the commons. Let's see what kind of gaps still remain here. That's something. Garrison Commander, you can use your hero power twice a turn, potentially really interesting. Recombobulator, nothing that special. Blood Knights, I can see that being important. Ace Darkbane, when you target this minion with a spell, deal 3 damage to a random enemy. Okay, could be interesting in like a Paladin deck, I think. Viola Lightbane, whenever you target this minion with a spell, gains Divine Shield. Alright. And we get King Mukla, of course. What's this other one that I'm missing? Ice Rager. 5/2. Huh. Don't see that much use of that. Master of Ceremonies, Battlecry if you have a minion with spell damage, gain 2/2. Very, very situational. Any other gaps here? Outside the legend is crowd favorite. When you play a card with Battlecry, gain 1/1. Really situational again. Gormok the Impaler, Battlecry if you have at least 4 other minions, deal 4 damage. Extremely situational too. Mini-Mage, so don't have Twilight Drake. Don't have Violet Teacher. Don't have Bomb Lobbers. Actually I do, I have a Golden Bomb Lobber here. Elite Tauren, Harrison Jones, alright, all of that is decently situational. That's just some legendaries, except for the Junk Bot, which can be good sometimes. Nexus Champion Sarat, add a random spell to your hand on Inspire, okay. Again, legendaries that I don't have. Grand Crusader, add a random Paladin card to your hand. Somewhat interesting, but pretty risky to do that late game. The Beast, Mogwar's Champion. Okay, Sideshow Spell Eater, copy your opponent's hero power. Oh, okay. Chill Maw. Death Rattle, if you're holding a dragon, deal 3 damage to all minions. All of them. And the rest of this is gonna be mostly just legendary cards. So yeah, there you go guys. That was me opening up the card pack and dusting the rest. And the gaps in my collection still being a full free-to-play player. There you go. For now, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you all next time.